On Wednesday, CNN's Chris Cuomo invited Sarah Huckabee Sanders on the program. He went to D.C., they sat down face to face, and Cuomo allowed Huckabee Sanders the opportunity to tell her side of the story about her lie that Donald Trump did not dictate or otherwise was not involved in that Donald Trump Jr. letter about the response to his Trump Tower meeting last summer. It took roughly 30 seconds for this interview to kind of go off the rails. Take a look.
Sarah, it is good to see you.
Good to see you.
I respect you taking the opportunity.
Thank you. Thanks for being in D.C.
Well, I came for you. What do you think about this as a positive pivot? Let's take a look at this situation and see if we can get to a place, mutual respect, both sides think credibility counts, and we move forward. What do you say?
All right, we'll give it a shot.
I get it. I get that that's the answer. But you also get that it's unsatisfying, right? That's why we're frozen.
I don't understand having to answer the same question over and over and over
again. Well, because you haven't answered it. That's why. In all due respect, it's because you didn't answer it.
No, that's not true. I've answered it. You just didn't like the answer. And there's a big difference between me not answering it and you not liking the answer.
There can be. No, fair point. There can be a difference. However, I don't know that there is here because this is about something you said. You could have said this then. When people asked you, hey, what Sekulow says, is it right? Why didn't you say then? It's a matter for counsel.
Again, I'm not going to get into a back and forth with you. I've addressed it. The outside counsel has addressed it. They've answered this question over the last couple of days, and I would refer you back to those comments.
Let's look at it a different way. You seem to be in a position where you feel that you are constrained to not be able to answer.
We are purposefully walling ourselves off and allowing the outside counsel to do their job, and we're doing ours.
But you did initially answer it, right?
I did, and again, I referred you. No, I don't. But I'm starting to regret sitting here because
Listen,
I'm answering the same question.
I wanted to give you a lot of chances at it because I think it matters. I think it hurts your credibility. I think it hurts the dynamic. But I gave you the opportunities. You made of them what you wanted. All right? It's not the only reason I brought you.
I'm very comfortable with my credibility and the fact that I think by sitting here right now and taking questions from you shows the type of person I am, shows my effort to provide information and frankly to be in an environment that's not exactly friendly, that's not exactly one that I think a lot of people in my position would come and sit in, and I think that speaks a lot to my credibility. And if you want to focus on my credibility, I think that's something that you should certainly look at.
See, here's the thing, Sarah, though. You do have a credibility problem. You do. You lied about this. And as Chris Cuomo tried to tell you several times in that interview, even though you didn't want to listen to it, you never had to lie in the first place. If you didn't know the answer, you didn't have to give an answer. You could have said, I don't know. Maybe I'll look into it. Or you could have given the response that you're trying to give now, like, oh, that's a question for legal. Go ask them. Instead, you made the choice, just like you do every day, to tell a lie. That's your choice. That is a credibility problem. In fact, you don't have any credibility whatsoever. And you're the communications director, the press secretary. You run communications for the White House to the press. You're the intermediary. You're the go-between. You're the person who's supposed to relay that information, and we can't trust you. The press can't trust you. Now, I admire Chris Cuomo for what he attempted to do there, which was to give you a platform to set the record straight. And like always, you failed to do it because there is something so wrong with you that you are incapable of actually telling the truth to anyone. It's apparently the same affliction that Donald Trump himself suffers from.